5 thugs burst into a rented Pattaya villa firing off guns. Kidnapped nurses held for 3 years in the capital. Depositing money with an ATM becomes harder as of next month. And 2 French tourists are denied bail on Samui. This is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM. And it would be fabulous if you subscribed. It's easy. Click the subscribe button. And at the same time, click the like button too. 2 Frenchmen who attacked a Thai on Samui Island have been denied bail and are being held in a local jail after they attacked a local man who, according to his wife, was just admiring his swish Porsche car, with one of the men married to a local lady and the other on a tourist visa. The obviously well-heeled duo failed to persuade police to allow them bail and will duly appear later in court. This as the Thai man remains severely injured in hospital. If you think the rains have stopped, well, then you aren't living in the south of Thailand, where, once again, storm clouds blanketed the area, including Phuket, for most of yesterday, last night and this morning. This, as in Buri, in the centre of Thailand, 20,000 homes are said to have been flooded due to river level rises. The Chao River there is reportedly flooding some 22 sub-districts. From mid-next month, paying cash into someone's bank account via an ATM machine will require the payee to use an ATM card linked to an active bank account. The measure is being introduced to combat money laundering and will mean that not just anyone can pay cash into another person's account. They will effectively have to identify themselves via the use of the card. Many, though, are pointing out that fake cards, stolen cards, and even cards bought from those in need of cash will bypass the system checks. In the capital, 2 wealthy Thais have been arrested following a bizarre claim that they kidnapped and held 3 ex-nurses for 3 years, along with their 2 children, in a high-end condo. The 3 claimed that they were beaten, abused and had boiling water poured over them, believing that the 2 Thais were in fact Korean and that the nurses somehow owed them millions of baht. With the elder of the 2 kidnappers having a long criminal history, both have been arrested. But there's likely to be a twist to this report that will hit the news feeds sooner or later. Meanwhile at home and in Pattaya, police were investigating reports of 5 Thais bursting into a rented pool villa, firing off guns randomly and beating up at least one of the guests. A difficult case for sure, as short-term renting of homes and condos is illegal under the Hotel Act, which is often ignored. But it seems that the attackers were looking for another party and not one of those amongst the guests. One man showed the guests a photograph of a person that they were seeking. All said they didn't know them and he left, only to return mob-handed. The gang of 5 then spewed guns at vehicles, pointed guns at the renters and asked the same question, taking one of them into a bathroom where he was beaten up. The assailants then took ID cards from the guests, which is scary for them, before fleeing. At no time did they say why they wanted to meet with the person in their photograph, but we can be assured it's a serious matter. At least one of the attackers was recognised by authorities who checked CCTV, and senior Bangkok police were in the city yesterday to oversee an intense police search for the gang. 31 family members of those who died or were injured in the Sattahip Mountain Bee fire have engaged a lawyer to file claims with the CIB in Bangkok of dereliction of duty by several senior local officials involved in allowing the pub to open, trade, serve alcohol and operate without licensing or meeting safety standards set out for entertainment buildings. And local Thai news is reporting on a British man complaining that police are responding slowly to his report that a year ago a woman he invited back to his room to watch a movie together stole his room safe while he slept. The 57-year-old, well, he obviously dozed off during the epic flick, seeing a 26-year-old Ugandan woman allegedly take the whole safe away, somehow, containing a reported 360,000 baht. The safe was later found, but sadly devoid of its content, and the Brit claims that he's having to borrow money and wants to go home, but can't, as the safe also contained his documents. Someone then needs to tell him that it takes days, not a year, for the embassy to issue emergency travel documents. And with the Met Office promising another cool day, highs of 29 dropping to a chilly 23. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group by using the link below.